Yup. My favorite rider, I feel like people already know, is Garrett Reynolds. Since I started riding, I was super inspired by the tricks he was doing and how sick he was making them look. Just like a different style of BMX than I had really ever seen with like the manual combos and stuff. So whenever I watch a video or anything of him, he's doing stuff that, you know, dream tricks that I haven't even thought of or I've thought of, and he's out there just playing with it, and I'm just like, damn, he's just always on another level. He's the one. The first clip, I'm just thinking of his riding of the walls part. Any trucks downstairs and bar ices down rails were just like, I had to run those back and rewatch it a bunch of times. So when he did 180 bar crook, cab switch bar in his deadline part, that was a trick I hadn't even like, I didn't even know those tricks could go together or was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing to do, you know, and it's just so ahead of its time. And still, that's a dream trick I want to do now. Well, shoot. The full cab bar and the 5 cab bar, full cab truck, whatever you want to call them, down the block set. Those two tricks were the ones, I think, just for the history of BMX and just groundbreaking wise for street and all that. Like, the only person I could imagine to really do those two tricks would be him, and he did that. I didn't even know those were even tricks that could be done either. That was another surprise when I seen his deadline part, all those combos and tricks that almost like he kept them out of sight, never talked about them. None of his filmers, none of his homies talked about stuff. And if they did, you kind of heard about certain things, and like, you can't really picture it till you see it anyway. So it was just like, damn, when I seen everything that came out, I was just blown away, just everything. Because I've just always looked up to the way he picks and chooses his tricks at spots too. That's like the real main thing, because you know he can do everything, you know he can do really whatever he'd want, but he like really chooses in particular what he wants to put his effort towards and stuff. Like, that's what I learned going on trips with him and stuff, because he could do 5 things at a spot, but he ain't gonna do 5 things. He might not even do 1 thing if you don't want to. And then by the time he does want to do something, I couldn't have even imagined what he was gonna try. Or I could have a little bit, and then he's trying something else. He just totally does something I'm not even like on, which is great, which is like super inspiring too. When I was watching Garrett ride contests was around the time when I like was more into it. Like, I wanted to ride contest. I was riding freestyle and gonna get into that stuff. Just watching him win everything and dominate everything, and it was park too. I already was looking up to him in street, but like the way he was riding park, now I wanted to ride park like that. Like, I was going to Claremont, I want to do tuck to bars and bar no-handers and bar bars, you know. It was all because of Garrett. He was doing all that stuff, and like now it's at the level where it's like he's just as crazy at the street plazas and street contests as he was on the park stuff, because he's just focusing on that all the time, you know. He rides these plazas that are sick around San Diego that are built now, and I feel like now when he goes to these little Vans contests and stuff, it's too easy for him to just do a bar rail ride 180 bar, or it's too easy to just do a little rail ride whip, because it's just like he's just doing his shit that's dialed, you know. And like, and then when he does get pushed to the point where someone's like doing something pretty hard and pushing him a little bit, he'll do something that none of us had seen him do in practice, or nobody has seen him do, because he's just got it like that. He's like, all right, well, he's just like low-key like one of the greatest, man. I don't know. It's crazy.